Shoot. Stack motherfucking mic back in the motherfucking effect. Yes, sir. Damn fucking bitch ass fly. Hell yeah, we back, baby. Yeah, baby. Come on, fly. Come on. Fuck up out of here, Jack. Get on, get. Yeah, baby. Yes, sir. Look. Man, that's 15 million points. I hit him. That's 15 million points. 15 million. Oh well. Fuck. Yep. Tell you what. Canelo has a bad day at the office and motherfuckers lose their goddamn mind. Right? Trying to make all kind of excuses for the dude. Ain't no excuses for that. Well, Benavidez didn't do Plant like that, but Canelo did that. I don't give a fuck. Oh, you're only saying that because you guys are PBC nut huggers, and nobody give a fuck about that. Nobody gives a fuck about that, mister. All right, he had a bad day at the office, son. That's all he had. And I don't care how you slice it. I don't care how you put it. Modern King Boxing was happening. I don't care how you put it. I don't care how you slice it. He had a bad day at the office. He was fighting a guy who's not moving around, running around the ring. They had an 18-foot ring, and he couldn't put the guy out of his misery. Bad day at the office. And he was getting hit by this guy. Bad day at the office. Let me see. Canelo winning, and the haters want their favorite fighter, Willy Wonka tickets. I don't get what you're saying, Modern King Boxing, but you know, having a bad day at the office doesn't mean you're gonna have a bad day again at the office. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like basketball, football, or whatever, soccer, to where you can have a game per week or a game per week. Do bad one game and come back and whoop ass the next one, and everybody else will forget about it, because people know that sometimes you just have a bad day at work. You know what I'm saying? And just because Canelo had a bad day at work doesn't mean he can't. Doesn't mean he's diminishing. Doesn't mean he's old. Doesn't mean all that stuff. What it means is that it's either a bad day at the office, or you got to start fighting. You're gonna start doing things differently, man. You know, you're gonna have to start doing. I don't know what it is, and I'm not gonna sit up over here and pretend like I know what it is. The only thing I can really say after watching that fight is that he lacked. It appeared that he lacked the killer instinct. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that I can say about that fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he did play down to a level of competition. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I'm not gonna sit up over here and act like he's done or he's diminishing in some way or shape form when we don't even really know that. So now if he come back and he fights Charlo or Bivol and knocks him out the frame, then what we gonna say? Huh? Then folks gonna be like, oh, he's the face of boxing now. He got his mojo back and all this stuff. Then everybody's gonna have to. Then some people out there is gonna have to change the whole narrative that they created. Bruce, what's happening? What's going on? Oh, a Dark Pennant, what's happening? Stop waiting on Canelo. Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I stopped waiting on the dude a long time ago when it comes to him fighting who I want him to fight. That whole stuff that he's saying with Bivol, talking about on the same terms and stuff like that. Like, like, if you really want to honestly make a fight, that's not what you say. That's not what you do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe what he wanted to say was lost in translation and stuff like that. Maybe folks didn't really get what he was really talking about, but he could have meant for the same belts. He could have meant a plethora of things, but that dude needs some clarification, because a lot of people ain't trying to hear that shit. You know, you got Spence out here talking about, yeah, they talking with Terrence Crawford. We're done talking. Like, me personally, I'm done talking about it, because it's either the fight is made or it's not, and that's it. And that's it. The fight is made or it's not. You know, there's a lot of talking in boxing, but there ain't that much action, right? So we got here. Lawrence D. Punch Out TVC writer is tough lad because knock him out. People think Canelo is finished. Laugh out loud. I mean, even if he was a tough lad, man, you know, there's only so many amount of punches you're gonna be able to take. Like, if you had the killer instinct, at least you could have jumped on him and the ref would have fight. All kind of things. You know what I'm saying? But even the toughest of fighters, you know what I'm saying? But as far as I said, it did appear that he lacked the killer instinct. Now, like you said, Laws, I don't think that I think after the fight, if anything, people should really be saying, like you just said, he's a tough dude. You know what I'm saying? Not that the guy is diminished, because obviously we're not Canelo, and we weren't in the ring, and we weren't feeling what Canelo was feeling when he was landing those punches, and we're not Canelo to say that none of them punches hurt Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Canelo didn't jump on Ryder at certain points because he probably felt some power and was probably scared about getting, or cautious, should I say, about getting hit by some whack ass shit from old Ryder. Motherfucking Dusty Foot Laws in the building, everybody. Everybody get Laws D some fucking some cocoa butter, coconut oil, something. Put on them things. Oh yeah, man, it's cool out here so far. I ain't fishing today. It's a little rough out there. I thought I saw a boil. That means like a bunch of fish on the surface making all kind of ruckus. But I know there's some mullet rolling around here because of you see big ass patches of dust clouds in the water. What we got here? Everybody saying what's up. Yeah. Like all that boo-hooing and all that shit. Like, the first thing with somebody, that's another problem. These fighters these days should have, well, if you have 3 or 4 losses on your record, good. So what? So fucking what? As long as you putting up a good fight, a good spectacle that people want to see, what's the problem? What's the fucking problem? Motherfuckers is still tuning in to watch Dillian White. Motherfuckers is still tuning in to watch Derek Chisora. And I know motherfuckers tune in to watch that sloppy ass fight with Lucas Brown. You know what I'm saying? Hell, some cats is even out there watching Lovejoy just to see him get knocked out. Like let's cut the bullshit. Like, it doesn't matter how many fucking L's you got and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? To call somebody a good fighter, to say they go and win and all that stuff. Like, sometimes you just want to see it. What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Savannah Marshall got an L on her record. Look, she fighting for a belt already again. Right? Because people want to see it. People want to see her fight for a title, and people want to show up. And people are going to tune in. You know, even though there's other deserving fighters that should be getting a shot, like Green and all that stuff, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Laws D said, haha, Dusty ass Michael Johnson. Yeah, fuck you too, motherfucker. Adari Pennant said Derek Chisora needs to retire from boxing forever. Yo, me and Laws went back and forth about that shit a few times, man. Over the, I want to say, of course, of a year since I think it was like a year ago. We was talking about this shit because he ain't looking too good, man. Eyes ain't looking too good. Speech ain't looking too good these days. You know what I'm saying? Who that young thing walking over there? Oh, not so young. Not so young. Not so young looking. Joshua Bonsi, that snooze fest at the weekend. I heard y'all talking about it, Laws. I missed it though. And I'm glad I missed it because y'all was going in on him. Y'all was going in on him like he stole your lunch money. Like he stole your peas with like he stole your little peas with the fries. At a soccer game, Laws. Like he stole your lunch. Damn, here come Bruce talking about eyes on the road. Oh shit. Here come the police. Oh shit. Here come the eyes on the road police. Yeah, you right, Bruce. You right. That's why I keep lifting the phone up instead of looking down. And I don't be looking at the phone when I see like a bunch of cars coming, because this is what it looked like. That's what it looked like. And that's what it looked like driving home. It's just, you in Key West, there's only one US 1. Most of it just one lane. If you get a bad car accident, fucking good luck, man. It might take you an hour to get out of that accident. They don't do good crowd control with accidents, man, because they got to get the people out here to take pictures and shit, direct traffic and all that stuff. And then sometimes, especially when people be seriously injured, it's takes even seriously injured or dead, takes even longer, man. And this is like, you see a lot of people riding their bicycles on here and stuff like that. Then you hear stories about stories about people, not finding people and missing and shit like that. You get knocked. If somebody hits you off your bike, driving on this shit, and nobody sees you get hit, you're in the bushes, man. Anybody they're gonna see your bicycle and they're gonna come looking. But that fucker keeps going. It's a rat, dude. Anybody, especially those nurse sharks around there, them bulls, it's a rat. And you bleeding in the water, it's a wrap, dog. They gonna tear your ass alive, man. Law said, yeah, Derek bore off. Yeah, I don't know. And I ain't heard about him having a fight, but I would say this. Like, to properly like heal your brain and stuff like that, taking L's like that, you need a year off. You need enough time off to get it back. Maybe take some hyperbaric dives and stuff like that, because he's getting knocked out. He's getting knocked out bad. Look at Dillian White. It seemed like he don't have the chin strength like he used to. Dillian White looked like you go on his chin and he going down, or he doing the boombastic stanky leg. The boombastic stanky leg. That's what I call it. The boombastic stanky leg. That's what his ass be doing. He be like, whoa. Poor guy. Poor little feller. But he'd be all right. Let's see what we else. Hold up. Let me park this whip. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Laws, I heard y'all saying he better stay away from Yard. He would beat him up. I mean, they need to do something with that boy, man. They need to do something with that boy. You know what I'm saying? We heard Edward talking about this dude for a while and trying to get in fights for a while. We heard him talk good about Boateng for a while, but you know, you know, you can't just be having them fight low end British guys. Just like over here in America, fighters can't be sitting up over here just fighting low end American guys. Like you gotta fight different people, man. So they're the same type of competition, man. You gotta fight somebody different. You know, some different styles and shit. Oh, over there talking about some Adari Pinnick over there giving laws the gloves, fires, a pound, fireworks, some fire, some muscle, thumbs up, 100, and celebrations. Adari Pinnick said Dylan White versus Jarrell Miller would be great on the undercard of Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. It'd be great if Jarrell Miller can get in shape, and I hope that if they, but you know, there's a lot of other names they could put on there. They could put Franklin on there. They could put Big Baby Miller. They could put Big Pharmacy Miller on there. They could put a lot of people on there. You know what I'm saying? They could put a lot of. Well, I was just saying some heavyweights. They could put a lot of people on there. Joseph Parker can get on there. Dillian White can get on there somewhere. Dirt Chisora can get on there somewhere. Which I don't know how that's gonna work, because I swear people trying to hide people from people and not making money unless it's on their terms. But there's a lot of guys that can get on there that I would wish that would get on there. Even if they own another promotional brand, you know, get in there and get on the world class fight. I mean, you got the Martin guy, you got Foster, you got some of these females out here too, Green, got Green. I don't think Kate Taylor won't do it. Savannah Marshall won't do it. You got what's that one sweet sounding young lady? Her voice is real subtle. God damn it. Tara Brown. What's the Brown? You got a couple of them out there. I can't remember all them damn names, man. But you got a couple women out there they could put on there, man. Y'all can name some too. Y'all know them. That people want to see. Because that's pretty much about it is to get on this undercard is exposure. They need to stop putting people that people barely know they fucking name, or people that is just hot ass. They need to start putting, when you put a card on like that, put some people out there that people kind of know their name, or you know that's might end up being worth the damn, instead for all these low lives. That should be getting me. Lost D Punch Out TV. Do you think Canelo would fight David Benavidez? The problem with Canelo is at a road to where he can fight anybody he fucking want to. You know, Canelo is at the part in his career to where everybody still want to fight him. 2 L's are not on his record. You know, he named Charlo, and he named Bivol. So now Bivol got the thing to where if he don't take the Canelo fight, Canelo's gonna fight somewhere else, and if he happen to lose, what is he gonna lose out on? So he might just take whatever fucking Canelo gives to him. You know. Then when you think about Benavidez and Charlo dealing with the PBC, you never know what kind of, you know, what's gonna go on with that. Is the fighter finally gonna put his big point pants on and say just make the fight, or is he gonna have all these business negotiation, business talking points and all this stuff? Because at some point you got to bring ass to get ass, and you can't bring ass if you don't negotiate properly to get these fights. So what if you don't get all this and all that stuff? If you beat the guy, you're gonna get it all anyways. Then he's gonna want to rematch. You know, so I don't think that's happening, Laws. I don't think he will. I mean, based off the nature of Canelo and who he has been fighting, unless unless there's a mandatory that can be called and adhered to, or some sort of thing like that. It ain't happening, man. I mean, that's just me. That's just me. I don't trust them. I don't trust as far as I can throw it. See, there you go. There you go, Dari Pennant. Gerard Anderson versus Frank Sanchez would be a good somebody made a one of those little a picture with them both on there. And I was like, yeah, that's a good one, but I don't see that happening next. Because the way they positioning the guy. I think it was Watcher or Tyrone, TS Boxing, when I brought up that to them, and he had said, like, look, man, he fighting the dude, because I didn't even know the dude Anderson is fighting. I didn't even know that he was ranked in the top 15, which he is, of one of them sanctioned bodies. He is. So if he can fight that guy, and I think he's at number 12 or maybe 8, they gonna do something about that. They're gonna do so. I asked his see, I caught his trainer didn't think I knew anything about boxing, because y'all know I used to live in Toledo, right? And he knows some people that I know, and it was like something he put on Facebook, and I was just joking. I was like, so where do you think where do you see Anderson at in the top 15 after he whoops whatever dude name is, right? He didn't respond, but he responded to my last 5 messages on other posts. But he didn't respond to that one, because like the homie said, it's a smart move. It's a smart move. It's the smartest move I've seen yet. Because when I look at it, if you look at the time frame for anybody get their shot as a mandatory, it's probably not going to be until next year or the end of next year, right? With all the sanctioned bodies in the heavyweight division, right? So the dude only got like 20, 21 fights. He needs the experience or whatever, right? So if he gets up in there and whoops this guy, then he can look around to see who's the next guy. Who you got? You got Philip Herkovic. You got a couple of other guys up there that he could possibly win against, right? And at the same time, as before even that, he's going to have 2-3 more fights before he even fights that one. So he have a little bit more experience under his belt than he would have right now. Because that boy, I think he needs a couple more fights. I think, in the state right now, he can get big Pharmacy Miller up out of there, because of the level of shape that dude's in right now. He can get big Pharmacy Miller out of there and have the battle of the Millers. I mean, have the battle of the big babies, for the right to use the name. And the other one got to go by Big Pharmacy Miller. If he loses, he got to go by Big Pharmacy Miller. Laws deep, but I think, hold up, Gerard Anderson versus Frank Sanchez be a very good future fight. That's what Adari Pennant said. Then Laws D Punch Out TV goes to say there's no point in him fighting Bivol again because he won't beat Bivol. I think he I wouldn't say that he wouldn't beat Bivol, but he still has a good chance of beating Bivol, right? If you go back and watch the fight, Canelo spent half of his time per round punching Bivol in his goddamn arms on purpose. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that Bivol can fix on, and there's some things that Canelo can fix on, but with all that experience that Canelo has, I was watching the fight, seeing when he was anticipating when he was going to switch it up and do what he needed to do to win, and he never did. It was almost kind of like he was just waiting for this guy to get tired so he could clean his ass out, and he never did. Because if you watch majority of Canelo fights, he gets them dead ass tired and he cleans them out. Like, if we look at the history of Canelo winning fights, If you get tired against Canelo, it's a wrap. It's a fucking wrap. And that's what he was banking on, but he wasn't throwing the correct shots to even hitting the dude in the arms. You even see one time Bivol even shrugged his arm a little bit because Bivol even said, yeah, the motherfucker hurt. Yeah, he got schooled. Laws D, you right. He got schooled off of Bivol, but but you know Laws D, I ain't no hater, man. You know I ain't no hater. You know what I'm saying? I always give people the benefit of the doubt and stuff like that. I am not no Canelo hater. You know, I just wish that he made a few other fights besides some of the ones that he made. That's it. That's all. I mean, but yeah. Oh yeah, that's another one. Call him Big Dusty Miller. Yeah. It's either you got to go by Big Pharmacy Miller or Big Dusty Miller if you lose. Yep. Then you got to come in your next fight. Your ring walk is you got to come out. You got to come out with a whole bunch of baby powder on you, like with a whole bunch of dust on you. Just around the legs, because I'm pretty sure they won't allow you to do that with the upper body, but just around the legs. You got to be with the powder on your lips. The powder on your lips, like Tyrone Biggums, like Ashley Larry. Yeah, that has to happen. Another thing is, man, like I don't mind people not disagreeing with me and stuff like that, but like the name calling and all that shit, when you be disagreeing with people, when people have a disagreement with you, is don't get mad when people call you out on it and talk to you funny style because you do so. Like if I want to believe that Canelo ducked Charlo when he asked for franchise because he had the request for it, and that's a fact, and you can go and look at the tapes, everybody can. Loma had to ask for it, Canelo had to ask for it, all them guys had to request for it, right? They reached out to you, they give you the option, you have to request for it. And that's what Canelo did with Charlo, and that's what Canelo did with everybody else, right? So I don't want to hear, oh no, he didn't duck him. Yes, he did. You knew this dude was gonna be your mandatory, and you asked for franchise so you could go out there and fight who you wanted to, but not him. Because if they would have called for the mandatory for that thing to happen, and then you guys have to negotiate, they would have went the purse bid, and guess who would have won? I think if anybody want to call me a hater against anybody, it'd be Edward Hearn. It would be Edward Hearn. Because I'm still even honest about Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? If somebody say who's going to win this and who's going to win that, I'm still honest about that shit. You know what I'm saying? In his game. But as far as Edward Hearn, I don't like that dude. I despise him. I despise Edward. Adari Pennis said, what about Jared Anderson versus Anthony Joshua? I think Anthony Joshua would fucking find a way to get him. I think the only reason why I would say that is because that shoulder roll shit, man. That shoulder roll shit. That shoulder roll shit. That shoulder roll shit is gonna be that brother's demise. That shoulder roll shit is going to be that brother's demise if he don't fix it. He could use it, but the shoulder roll needs to be used to perfection. You cannot afford to get caught using the shoulder roll, because when you get caught using it, your whole angle and your whole footwork off. Everything's off. You open. You know? That's ooh, Laws. I don't know, man, because I think those two dudes, they do hit pretty hard, man. And like I said, sometimes when I was talking about Canelo earlier with that whole playing down to your opponent, you know,
I don't know. I'll pick Charlo because he's younger. You know what I'm saying? He little bit, you know, a little bit younger. Doesn't have as much as miles as Canelo does. Amateurs and professional. But you know, that's what I would pick. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time is, you know, both of them motherfuckers got to be focused, man. Both of them motherfuckers need to start getting focused. I don't know what the hell they doing, but I would say that he does seem like he got more killer instinct than Charlo. Just ain't gonna hurt you and just like let you off the hook. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go with Charlo. And Dari Penny said Zhang Zhang would knock Derek Chisora real tough. You know what? He might fuck around and get him. He might fuck around and get him. Like I said, when Zhang Zhang was fighting Joe Joyce, when y'all go back and watch when I was talking about who was gonna win, I told folks, man, them dudes don't have that much head movement, man. But that Zhang dude, he know how to use his weight with them punches. And he doesn't just throw one or two types of punches. He throw like 4 or 5 of them. But the problem with Zhang is he takes too many what you like to call them? Silent agreements. Like pulling up his shorts and shit like that and all that shit. Like you gotta start fixing some of that shit because you pulling up your shorts when the dude should be jabbing. You know what I'm saying? Laws D, Punch Out TV, that's blasphemy. He needs to learn the shoulder roll from Eubanks. He's a master of it. That's blasphemy. You're going to hell. Gasoline draws on. And Dari Penny, Joe Joyce needs to use the cross arm guard to protect himself. That might work. That might work because I don't know what the hell he couldn't get the hell out of the way. He couldn't get the hell out of the way. He couldn't get the hell out of the way. You know, Joy Joyce's mom had the jokes after old boy was joking on her eye, and then her son ends up getting his eye put out. Yep. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. Hold up, one more. Lawrence D Punch Out TV said Charlo ran his mouth up to David Benavidez. Then, when David Benavidez pulled over, he didn't want that smoke. Well, I told folks a long time ago, man. There's people in this game. That's all they is. That's all they is. They bullies. That's being the bully. You would talk to people that you know you can whoop on and stuff like that in public. You know, and that's the reason why I don't care. I don't look. There's a couple people in the game when they talk, I don't give a fuck because all it is talk, right? That's all it is. When Tyson Fury, when Savannah Marshall, when Eubanks, with Conor Benn, Tyson Fury, Tyson Fury's daddy, Edward Hearns, Devin Haney and his daddy. When I hear those people, I don't give a fuck about it. All it is this, and I'm from San Diego, so when I hear other people from Cali, and I got family in Oakland, LA, when I start hearing them doing this all the time, and saying they Muslim and all this shit, and they doing this all the time. They wearing all this jewelry, mouthpieces and shit, and grills, and they doing this all the time. You know, Devin Haney, daddy ain't got no place to be talking about nobody, really. You blessed to be in the position that you is because of your son, because you got your son there. First of all, let's say that. You got him there, and your son, now he's putting in the work. You're blessed to be in that position. But all that theatrical shit, all that WWF shit, come on, bruh. We know you was the one that went on the flight all the way to Indiana or Illinois or something like that, with a suitcase full of cocaine, and couldn't get your story straight in the airport when you landed, and caused yourself to get arrested. We all know that was you. So we don't want to hear about how some people they got their game plan fucked up while they're young. You know what I'm saying? While they're young in their youth, and they listening to these promoters, and you know a lot of things don't get back to the fighter. When people are sending these contracts, they doing some malicious shit to their fighters. We all know that shit, man. We all know that shit. But when you was in your 20s, we heard what happened with you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all don't know, but guess what? It's a simple Google search away. It's a simple Google search away. You can figure out what happened to that boy and his homie when they got to the airport. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and there's a couple other instances where you could do a simple Google search and you could read the court documents and what they said and what he said and what the government said. And it was so funny that they even made a case study on it for them people in college. And they were saying that when you go to the airport and people ask you where you go, you ain't got to respond to it. Right? The police cannot just go in there and interrogate you, right, and sit you down in the room unless they feel they got probable cause, and the probable cause was Bill's motherfucking mouth. He couldn't get his story straight. You know what I'm saying? Laws D Punch Out TV, yeah. Bill need to sit his ass down. He need to sit his ass down. I already know what it is. It's that WWE shit, theatrical shit. Trying to get everybody on your side, create some buzz and stuff like that. But what is it really doing? All it is taking these fans and putting them over here, taking these fans and putting them over there. That's all it's doing. You could do the Muslim thing and just talk about how good you is. All damn day. Talk about how good your son is all damn day. You could do that all damn day and dismiss all the haters. All the people that don't want to give your son respect. We'll do a whoop. It's okay to call people out, but when you call people out, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be nasty with it. See what I'm saying? Over there talking about how you could pull people's mamas and stuff like that. You don't have to be nasty with it. Just because they go low don't mean you got to go nasty. Eric May style. Doesn't mean you have to do that, but that's what he chooses to do because it's theatrical. You know how funny it is when some of these cats out there say, "Oh, you can't out talk a dude from Cali or out talk a dude from Cali, Oakland or LA and this and the third." That's not fucking true. That's not fucking true. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, all it is motherfuckers using their motherfucking mouthpiece. But a mouthpiece ain't where so a mouthpiece is not where is not because a mouthpiece didn't get Devin Haney where he is. Undisputed. Right? If I was Bill, I'd be on there calling all these news agencies out. I would pay a private investor. I keep trying to tell these boxers, if some of these boxers hired a private investigator with all that money they're getting, they'll probably shut shit down. They'll probably shut shit down. A cool little $80,000, $100,000 to shut shit down. Start suing these motherfuckers for because it damn near look like a lot of these articles on ESPN and all these BT Sports and Sky Sports. It looked like it's like the radio back in the early 90s while people got caught doing that pay for play. They had to pay to get their shit spin. And then they wonder why it's the same shit from sun up to sundown on repeat getting played. And can't nobody else get their music in there. And wonder why now all of a sudden these are the reason why the guys on billboards, because them the only ones that people think that's ringing in, that's in there because back in the days, if it wasn't played on radio and if it wasn't played in the club, A lot of people, unless you was dealing with somebody that was a real life hip hop head, you wasn't gonna hear it. Adrian Pennant said, if Undisputed doesn't happen next, people should boycott. I don't think people should boycott, because I think they should always tune into the fights that they want to see. But in order for you to make change in this, I think that in order for, they know this, that if the fans really stuck up and didn't turn on and protest, that they would have to do something. They would have to do something. They would literally have to do something. You know, let's say for instance, the average fight fan that's retired, that's on a pension, cannot afford to pay for all these damn fights. They have to get on the link. They cannot. The average fight fan that's on a pension cannot afford to buy into all these apps, pay all these subscriptions, plus pay-per-view. They can't afford it. A lot of people that's working as fight fans can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. You won't catch me. If the only reason why I buy pay-per-views for fights is because I got people over my house and I don't want that shit stuttering. And I don't want to be fooling around with the links and all that shit on the TV. That's the only reason why. Other than that, I'm a link away. Yeah. A link, motherfucker. A link, my Fire Stick, whatever. I'm on it. Ain't no need these days. Lost D Punch Out TVC is never going to happen as long as Fury around. Yeah, that too. It's not. And they ain't doing shit about him either. They ain't doing shit about him either. They ain't doing shit about it. Right? You mean to tell me folks gonna have to wait until December? And Dari Pennant, what is your link site? I use Sports Urge. I go to Google Sports Urge and click on the different links for Sports Urge until I find a fight. That's how I do it. That's how I get down. Or half the time, if you ask somebody, they'll send it to you. They'll send it to you. Yeah. Real talk. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'm starving. All right, y'all. Peace.